Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Wife cheated after 13 years together, needs support. Hi everyone. TL, doctor, partner of 13 years, 3 years married, has had an affair for the last year and is still talking to the man she cheated with, despite me telling her that if we are to continue I need that relationship to end. A little background: my wife, 28F, and I, 28M, have been together for 13 years. We started dating when we were roughly 16, never broke up, and got married 3 years ago. We had the kind of relationship that others were jealous of, and everyone always expected us to get married when we were younger. Over the past year and a half to 2 years, things started changing between us. Some issues came up with her family and she started to become more and more distant, both emotionally and physically, starting being super protective of her phone, and grew closer and closer with a male coworker. Long story short, I snooped, yes, I know this is bad, on her phone because I had a feeling something was going on based off a variety of factors, and found incriminating texts confirming that she was having an affair with this guy. When I confronted her early September, she owned up to it, saying that it had been going on for a year. They had been having the affair in our home, sleeping together in the bedroom that would eventually be the room where our future children slept. She apologized, saying it would never happen again, and I told her that in order for us to move on I need her to have no contact with the person she cheated on me with. 2 months later and they are still talking occasionally, with her saying it is unfair of me to ask her to not talk to someone she considers a close friend. I honestly don't know what to do at this point. I am trying to see if I can move on, but I feel like I can never trust her again. I feel like her choosing to be in touch with him still shows that she is choosing their relationship over ours. I am just totally torn on what my gut is telling me. She also told me not to tell any of our friends what is going on, so I don't even have someone to talk to. Sorry, this was a bit of a rant, but it's the first time I have written it all out, and I really do not know how to proceed or how to cope with this. Edit was not expecting this large of a reaction. Outside a few of you that seem to think nasty replies are appropriate when someone has their entire life crumble around them, this was helpful. I know what I need to do, I just need to rip off the band-aid and do it. I am going to call the lawyer I spoke to a few weeks ago tomorrow and see how he says I should approach the situation. Partner of 13 years, 3 years married, has had an affair for the last year and is still talking to the man she cheated with. This is going to sound harsh, but divorce her. If she's not willing to do absolutely everything she can to repair the abuse and trauma she's inflicted on you, then she's not worth reconciling with. She'll just cheat again and again. Trust me, I know from experience. Part of me knows what I need to do, but does not know how to do it. The relationship has been such a huge part of my life, and is basically all I know, and as hard as it is to say, I am scared. I have spoken to a lawyer already in mid-September when this all started, but I just do not know how to finally say that it is what I want. Do everything your lawyer says before you do anything. Go and get an STD test right away, and 100% no sex with her ever again. Gather up all your important documents and scan them all in. Bank statements, birth certificates, health information, investments, deeds to the house, everything. Go through your house and take detailed pictures of all your belongings and the state of the home. Take copies of all of the evidence of her affair and her behavior since you discovered it. Store the scans somewhere she can't get to. Take any high-value items or family heirlooms that are 100% just yours out of the house, family, office, wherever. Come up with what a fair separation/settlement is in your mind. Plan your finances, where you will live, custody of the kids, if any. Be ready in your mind for your new reality and accept it. Go through it with your lawyer. Have him prep paperwork. Talk to a buddy and have him on hot standby if things go sideways for the conversation you're about to have. Sit your wife down someplace quiet without the kids. Put your phone on record. Tell her, wife, this marriage is now over and you know why. I'm not going to debate this with you and this is not a conversation. I am here to inform you that we are divorcing. Here is what my lawyer and I agree is a fair settlement and custody approach. Please review this with your lawyer. You are now sleeping in the other bedroom and I now consider myself single. If you act respectfully and civilly, this will go well for both of us. If you don't, I will make sure all of our friends and family know in detail what you have done, and how you have treated me. Get up, walk away, and go have a beer with your buddy. Because your whole life is now ahead of you. That's what I recommend. This should be the copy and paste how-to guide to dealing with a cheating spouse. I'll also add seeking therapy to that list. So whenever someone plays dumb and asks, what should I do? This post and these steps should be at the top of the comments with the most upvotes. Update: wife cheated after 13 years together. Update. Original post. Hey everyone. I figured it was time to update since all of your advice was so helpful. After posting here a little over a month ago and reading all of your advice, I called my lawyer, told my parents and some close friends what was going on, and told my wife that I wanted a divorce. She begged and pleaded, promising to make things better and cut off contact with the AP. We spent all weekend together with her, promising things and saying and doing all the right things. I did not fully believe her, but I was willing to give her one more chance to try and save what I thought we had. Things were fine, we were more or less just coexisting for about a month, but she was on her phone a lot less and being more attentive to me. Well, 2 weekends ago she handed me her phone to show me something and I suspiciously swiped up on her open apps and there she was, talking to her AP on Instagram. I flipped out and she promised he just messaged her and she told him that she could not talk. This was blatantly false as I read their conversation and they were discussing what they were each doing that night. I was again duped, lied to and deceived. She told me she would finally block him but wanted to say goodbye since he was a friend. I said it was inexcusable and that she had to cut off contact and block him right then, which she said she would. 2 days later I asked if she had blocked him and she had not yet. End of the long story. I told her right on the spot that we are getting a divorce and we can either go through mediation if she agrees to every single thing that I want, or I can get my lawyer involved and I will get what I want anyway. She agreed to mediation and we are beginning that process shortly. It took me some time to get there, longer than it probably should have, but I finally have enough respect for myself to put an end to this and go find the life of happiness that I deserve. She still tries to make me feel bad about all of this, blaming me to a degree and telling me how awful of a situation I am putting her in, but I remind her that it was her actions that caused this, not mine, and that she has to live with the consequences of her actions. I have also begun telling more friends about what happened along with the rest of my family. This is not how I ever saw my life going, but I know that this is a blessing in disguise and I will end up with someone who truly makes me happy. At top. Grats on not doing the pick-me dance. Interwebs friend, you better believe that she will do anything and everything to remain in your life. 2a. Gaslighting. 2b. Bad-mouthing you to friends. 2c. Attempting intimacy. 3. Document everything. 4. Listen to your lawyer. You do have a lawyer? Right? 5. Separate financially, now. Remove half from your joint account. 5a. Open a new account that does not have her name on it. That is where your paycheck goes. 5b. Make sure your name is on things you want, need only. 5c. Again, a lawyer can walk you through this far more efficiently than I can. 6. Focus on self. 6a. Exercise. 6b. Eat better. Drink H2O. 7. Learn skills. Pick up a hobby. 8. Do not leave the house unless instructed to by your lawyer. State laws vary greatly on this. 9. Good luck. I'd bet my ridiculous government paycheck, actually not that ridiculous, this is going to get worse before it gets better. You deserve to be somebody's first choice. I have a lawyer, which is why I know exactly what I am entitled to and how this will all work in my favor at the end of the day. She is aware that if things get difficult on her end, I will pull out of mediation and make things far more difficult on her. Final update: wife cheated after 13 years together. Update: hey everyone. I, 29M, know it has been a while since I last posted here, but I wanted to provide one final update on my story since you were all so helpful during this process. So, after telling my ex, 29F, that we were getting a divorce, the gaslighting went into overdrive. Blaming me, telling me that it is my fault that I am doing this to us, that I am giving up on our marriage, that it is really sad that I am letting our relationship end this way, and that I am going to take away the home that our dog knows, etc., etc. I stood strong, didn't let her get to me, and went through with divorce mediation. Mediation was smooth, she agreed to everything that I wanted, and I received notice from the courts yesterday that I am a free man. We sold the house within 3 months of starting mediation, she moved out 1 month prior to closing on the house. The gaslighting continued while living together waiting for the house to sell, with her continuing to blame me and telling me that I am mean because I refused to speak to her at all, and countless other things that only a truly sick individual would think to be true given the situation. Once the house sold, I moved back to my parents for a few months to collect myself and just figure out what to do with my life. I started weekly therapy and was able to reflect on the relationship, seeing how toxic and one-sided everything was. How I was the one always putting myself second and sacrificing my happiness to try to tolerate her and her unrealistic needs and expectations. My therapist suggests that it sounds like she has borderline personality disorder, which is a condition that runs in her family, and it makes total sense. I was also able to, and continue to, work on underlying issues that allowed me to get into such a toxic relationship, and at this point I feel like I will be able to identify the warning signs. I recommitted to my physical health as well, losing 15 pounds over the last 3 months and getting back into running, currently training for a 10K. Early this month I moved into my own place in New York City. I am reconnecting with friends who I lost touch with, and I have started dating for the first time in my life, albeit pretty unsuccessfully at this point. Plus, I got a promotion at work a few weeks ago that I worked my tail off for. I am mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially in a better place than I have been in years, and her showing me her true colors by having this affair was the greatest favor she could have done for me. I still have not told all of our mutual friends about the affair, as I was afraid she would get angry and tank mediation, but now that the divorce is final I will be notifying everyone in our lives as to who she is and what she did. I guess all this was all just a long-winded way of saying that things will get better. There is nothing wrong with any of us because we were cheated on, and to try to use this as a launching point for you making yourself better and working to make yourself the best possible person. This is going to be my last significant post here most likely, as while I don't think my journey of healing has come to an end, it's just come to a new chapter, and dwelling on what this woman did to me is not worth it. Thank you again for all the support, both in terms of kind words as well as the harsh truths that I had to read. Congratulations for sticking to your principles and for not doing the pick-me dance. I still have not told all of our mutual friends about the affair, as I was afraid she would get angry and tank mediation, but now that the divorce is final I will be notifying everyone in our lives as to who she is and what she did. Waiting until everything is final was the right move. Sorry for find yourself where you are at, bit glad to see you climbing up bro. When you inform her friends, family, don't forget to inform the HR department at her job, and provide any proof you saved. Yes. Make sure to do this. I am an HR professor, you must report it with the HR of her company. Make sure to give all evidence. If you can prove that they were going out during working hours, it will be really helpful. I wish you all the very best. My wife is a director of HR. It's amazing to me how much time she spends on harassment and fraternization cases. Then write to the HR but BCC all letters and evidence to all email addresses of the company, including parent companies of your wife's workplace, so she can't hide anything. Time to go nuclear. Mate, I'm baffled more than anything, that after everything she's put you through, you're still defending her. The fact that you won't tell anyone that she's cheated because your wife will angry? Seriously? She not only abused you throughout your marriage, berated you, and made you feel like shite, and made you pick up whatever crumbs she left. But it's as if you're still denying what's happened. Let it all out, mate. That's the only way to successfully move on from that git and tanked relationship. You're going to have issues finding or starting new relationships if you can't move on. Take good care of your well-being, you come first. Your ex, she's exited out, gone past tense, out of your life. Cheers, mate. You clearly didn't read what I wrote. I didn't tell people because I didn't want her to tank mediation and financially screw things over. I got out of it owing her nothing, when legally if we went through lawyers I would have to pay her maintenance and got the entire deposit that I put down on the house back before she even saw a dime from the sale. It was a financial decision to not put her on blast, and now that the divorce is over I will be. No lol, I just scanned through XD but yay. Good on you, matey. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.